Hello, everyone. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we're going to have Harry. Harry is from Nottingham in England, in the UK. So let's see what Harry has to say. Enjoy the interview. So, hello, Harry. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Very well. Thanks so much for taking the time today for the interview. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. It's all good. My pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
So, tell me, how was your day today?
Good, actually. I've been working from home all day, and just taking quite a few meetings, doing some work for clients, just some stuff like that, really.
So,
Yeah.
tell me,
Well,
what was the highlight of your day today?
I'm just going to turn off my notifications. I'm just going to close my laptop. The highlight. Ooh. I got in a bit of money today. One of my clients, that
Okay.
retainers, were due. So I got that payment in, which was quite nice this morning. Yeah.
It's a good day to start the morning when there's some money coming.
Oh yeah, I got
Wow.
It was a nice number to start the day. Yeah.
Tell me where you're from, Harry.
Where am I from?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nottingham, England, UK.
Born and raised?
Yeah, born and raised Nottingham. Haven't literally lived in pretty much the same area my whole life.
If I would come to Nottingham for the very first
Mhm.
time, what's a place that I should visit? I shouldn't miss it.
In terms of like restaurants, there's quite a few. There's a really nice one called Raymond's, which is in the centre of town. They do quite kind of high end, but like nice. It's got like quite a nice contemporary feel, kind of like concretey, kind of brutalistic architecture, that kind of place. In terms of like attractions and everything, obviously you've got the Forest Ground, you've got the Notts County Ground, you've got the Cricket Ground all within a 5-minute walk. That's quite a good aspect about it as well. So yeah, I'd say them.
Wow. And what do you do for work for a living, Harry?
So I run my own agency, actually. So I basically work with swimming pool installers and garden room companies, and I offer them kind of like a system that I built, which consists of advertising, making the ads, and running their CRM system and their email nurturing as well.
Wow. So
Yeah.
I made a note here of your business, Renovix Pools?
Renovix pools, yeah. I've got Renovix pools and Renovix garden rooms.
I see. And when was the idea for you to start your business?
Oh, very recently actually. It was in October. I properly set it up as a business. Yeah.
And why is that? What the reason behind it to like to set up? It was experience that you had in the past?
Yeah, it was a mixture of quite a few things, really. So I had quite a bit of experience in the past in that kind of field, and then when I finished my A levels, so I'm only 19, so I finished my A levels in June.
Okay.
And kind of wanted to go full time on my business. Didn't want to go to university. So as soon as it got to October, like the summer had finished, I'd have gone traveling. I was like, okay, let's actually, kind of get into this and go all for it, really.
My God, 19-year-old. Wow, you come across a to express yourself, you come across an older person.
No worries, thank you.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
But before we start our journey within the Magic Box, I'd like you to tell me something interesting about yourself, or maybe something that not many people know about you.
Ooh, something interesting. Oh, let's put me on the spot there. I'm really into my health and wellness.
Okay.
I have some, I call it like controversial, not like mainstream views on it, I'd say. That would be something that's kind of the interesting side, yeah.
And why you find that interesting? Why is that?
It's just kind of like it's away from the normal way that people could like kind of eat, and kind of shine away from the more modern stuff, if that makes sense.
Okay.
More towards kind of the high fat red meat diet, kind of the raw dairy side as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's kind of really I good on.
Amazing. Okay, so during the interview, I'm going to explore a bit more about your life and also about your journey, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and share your point of views?
Yeah, of course.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So I have here my best friend. Random questions. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play a song just for us to relax before the first question, okay?
Yeah, all good.
Let's do it. Right, so before I start the interview, during the journey, if it comes up a question that you don't want to talk about, you don't want to answer, always can change, okay?
Yeah.
Amazing. First question is, what is the nicest thing a family member has ever done for you?
Nicest. My dad took me to Australia for 5 weeks when I was
Wow.
16. Obviously, I didn't have any money then, so kind of all paid for and stayed with family, met all the family out there. So yeah.
Where's about in Australia?
So started off in Melbourne, got a flight there, stayed with my cousins in a place called Geelong.
Okay.
And from Geelong, we went into central Melbourne, stayed there for a few nights, went up to Brisbane, met some friends, then went up to Airlie Beach, the Great Barrier Reef. Also went skydiving there as well. They paid for me to go skydiving, so I went there,
Oh,
kind of like over the islands. That was pretty good experience.
that's amazing. And tell me something, when you arrived in Australia, what was something about the country that you felt like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in
Mhm.
Australia right now? Did you see something or some accents or people talking or tell me something about it? You felt like, okay, I'm in Australia right now.
Well, obviously the accents is a big thing. You kind of just notice it straight away. It wasn't actually the weather because I went during our summer, which is their winter. So it was actually colder in Melbourne than it was in England when I went over.
Oh,
Which
well,
is
my,
yeah, which is because you think it would be the complete opposite. So it was like 12 degrees, I think, when I landed in Melbourne.
oh my God.
Obviously that was in like July.
Right.
So yeah, in terms of the roads are a lot wider.
Okay.
That's a really big thing. The cars are a lot bigger as well. It was almost a bit like I'd expect America to be
I
in a way.
see.
That's what it's kind of like.
Yeah, it's interesting saying
Mhm.
that because I'm from Brazil and our
Mhm.
winter is the same time as well. June, July, that's our winter time.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to go to Brazil actually. That's on my list of places to go.
And where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
Ooh, okay. So my next one, I'm planning to actually go Latvia this month.
Okay.
It's not booked yet, but planning to go to Latvia this month, and then I'm gonna go away again, but I'm not too sure where. I know that I am going away, but I just don't know where yet.
And why Latvia?
To be honest, so East Midlands Airport is the closest airport to me, and it was the only country on there that I hadn't actually been to yet.
Okay.
So I just wanted to. I like to go to a place. I really like to. I don't like to return to the same places. I would really
Right.
like to go to a country that I haven't been before. So yeah.
I see. Okay. Next question. Let's do
hmm
it. Okay, Harry, next question for you is, are you a cat or a dog person? And if you could be an animal, which one that would be and why?
I've only had cats. I currently do have a cat, but I've always wanted a dog. So
Okay.
I would genuinely put myself as 50-50.
Right.
When I'm older, I'll probably get both. To be honest, I'll have both at the same time. In terms of animal, it's quite generic, but it would be a bird, or some kind of like aquatic animal.
Okay.
Just
Why is that?
where you're just experiencing life from a different perspective, really. So yeah.
Wow. And if you could fly anywhere in the world right this moment, right now, where would you fly and why?
Oh, this could be a bit of a rogue one. Actually, no, I'd say Georgia, country
Okay.
Georgia. I went there in September. That's one of the most beautiful countries I've been to be honest. So I'll go back to that.
What's the biggest joy of being you, Harry? What do you like the most about being yourself?
I think it's a mixture between kind of my work ethic and then also kind of like my drive and my not caring about what other people kind of think.
Okay.
That would be my main thing. Like I don't get hung up on what people say. I don't really let stuff like that affect me quite a lot.
Wow. And you always
Mhm.
have this mindset.
No, actually, I'd say it's something that's developed over the past like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
But I just think it's quite an important skill that I've learned, and it's just helped me really, like quite a lot.
And when was the turn point that you felt like, oh my God, now
Mm,
I know I have this
mhm,
feeling that I don't care what people think about me. There was a
mhm.
moment or a situation in your life?
It just kind of, I think it just kind of subconsciously happened, but I've just kind of, now almost understood it a bit more and kind of like I actively know that that's what I am, and that's kind of like how I act now.
I see.
I know I didn't phrase that right, but that's kind of the way. Like I kind of actively decide it now, but subconsciously, I think it just kind of developed.
And if you could meet your let's say, 13-year-old self, what would you say?
I'll just tell him it's just gonna work out, really. Yeah, that's what I'd say. I'll just say it's gonna work out. Because I wasn't doing well in school at that time. It wasn't like a good
Right.
period, really. So yeah.
Wow. Tell me, what was the hardest part for you of your childhood, and what was the most, let's say, enjoyable part when you think about it?
Most enjoyable. I was an only child. Well, still am an only child. I quite liked being. I was always surrounded by adults, which was quite weird because well, my parents would just like to go out. You know, they'd have fun. You know, like friends around. I quite liked feeling that I was like part of like an adult group as a child. It made me feel quite almost like important, I'd say. Biggest struggle. Was it struggle? What was the other one?
Yeah, the hardest part, or something that you felt challenged about, being a child.
I say it was in school, during like year 7 and 8, year 9 as well. I just always felt like I was almost like ahead of my year.
Okay.
Not in terms of like smartness, literally just in terms of like kind of mentality, and it used to get me quite frustrated all the time. I just didn't feel like I was like in the right place, to be honest.
Interesting you saying that, Harry. It makes all sense. Now I understand, because, as you said, that's why you came across, talking to you in the beginning as an older person, because you have this way, I don't know, you are very confident, or maybe because, as you mentioned before, growing up with your parents, you didn't have like brothers, sisters, and somehow I understand it makes you, understand different ways about life, and you come across as older than you are. It's interesting because when I was your age, I was 19 when I left Brazil and I came all the way to Europe, to Portugal, and I remember like meeting friends, and they're like, "Oh, you come across older than your age," and I understand that when you start somehow have contact with adults, being surrounded by them, and I think it somehow gives this, this way of living. Let's put it this way.
It's just kind of like a product of environment. It's just who you're around. It's kind of like an epigenetic thing as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Great. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, before the next question, let's talk about your business. So tell me, what's the biggest joy of running your business, and what do you find most challenging about it?
Biggest joy is the freedom of it. I can just do it from my laptop. So I can, if I really want to, I can just tomorrow I could book a flight, go on a plane somewhere, and go work there for a week, and not have to. I'm not kind of, just have to like have a second thought about it, really.
Right.
I really, really like that freedom aspect. It's kind of the reason I started it, to be honest. The money's obviously, that's a good part of it, but the main driver was the kind of the time freedom, to be honest, and the location freedom. In terms of the struggle, I'd say it's everything's reliant on you. So I can't have a day off. I can like almost pre-book time off, but I have to work extra. There's no kind of, everything is kind of, you've got a lot of responsibility, and you have to hold yourself accountable for quite a lot of things as well.
And tell me something, for you to be so young and run your business, walk me through of your daily basis, a busy day. Tell me, how do you contact with people? Do you have clients calling you? How does it work?
Yes, what's kind of like a little day in the life?
Yes, something like a day for your schedule.
Yeah, so I do have it planned out on the calendar, so I like to time block. That's a really big thing that I do. Are you familiar with Alex Hormozy?
No, actually.
Okay, so it's this he's quite famous. It's this business guy, and this is where I kind of got the time blocking element from him. So on my calendar, I block certain things off at different times. So every morning, wake up at 7. I wake up, I have a certain drink every morning. It's like lemon, honey, ginger, apple cider vinegar, salt, and a herb called Safed muesli. So I have that every morning on an empty stomach. And then I go on a walk for like 30, 40 minutes and listen to a podcast to a guy called Harry Wellness. Listen to that every single morning. And then come back, shower, have my first meal, have a black coffee, get to my desk at around 8:30. Okay. 8:30 to 9 is kind of like my planning the day. So this is where I have my designated time blocks. I have work blocks, and then I put in exactly what I need to do for the day. And then, so that's 8:30 to 9 where I have my coffee, finish it. And then I have like deep work from 9 till 12, eat, deep work from about 12:30 till about 4 or 5-ish when I go to the gym from then.
Oh, wow.
So that's
And
my 5, yeah.
and you always work out during the evening or sometimes during the day as well, in the morning?
So this has been a thing I've been experimenting with recently, actually. So when I go to the gym in the morning, I actually find myself less productive at work, which is about a bit counterintuitive, because normally it's the other way around,
Yes.
which quite a lot of people get. But the reason I think it is because my favorite part of the day is going to the gym.
Right.
So when I go in the morning, it's like there's not much motivation in the day after that. But when I go in the evening, it's like during the day, it's like I've got something to look forward to.
Oh.
And it's like, for me, it's not the hardest part of my day. So you should do the hardest part of your day first. And for me, that's the deep work, the stuff I don't really want to do. So I do that the first thing. And then obviously I go to the gym later. It's kind of like my relaxing. I use that as the relaxing part of my day.
I like that. I like this
Yeah.
concept because I'm the other way around. I prefer to start the day with my gym session. It just brings the best energy of me. And I like the way you think. What's the biggest motivation for you in life?
Oh, the biggest motivation. I wouldn't say I'm actually like a motivated person as such. I just think it's more I get into quite good habits and routines. So you could call it discipline.
Yeah.
But I just prefer the kind of having a set routine and systems that you can follow, because I think that's actually more powerful than motivation.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Next question is, what are you most passionate about?
Oh, I would say kind of self-improvement and just self-development.
Why is that?
I think it's an important thing that everyone should kind of do, and it's something that's quite overlooked now. Well, it's becoming a bit, the movement is kind of there, there's more people doing it, but there's still quite a lot of people not doing it. And it's almost one of those things people have become quite comfortable. And just self-improvement, putting yourself, in uncomfortable situations, trying out new things, trying out hard things. People are just kind of like not doing it as much anymore.
So tell me something that you've been improving about yourself, about you, that you can see the difference now, something that you changed about you regarding that.
Okay, so something really recently, I would say sales.
Okay.
I've kind of just learned with doing my business, I've actually realized how important selling is. And kind of just like a skill for life. Like it's just in terms of communication skills, selling. It's just a really important skill. So that's one thing that I'm trying to work on, just my overall communication skills, kind of removing filler words and doing sales, basically. That's one thing that I'm trying to work on at the minute.
Amazing. 3 questions left. Let's do it. You like dancing?
I actually don't. I'm not very naturally gifted in that.
Okay, next question is, tell us about your first job.
Oh, my first job. So I was 14 and I wanted to get money, simply. That was kind of the motivation for it. And I put a local post on one of my Facebook groups. A post on one of my local Facebook groups. Advertising myself I called it Handyman Harry. And I basically just offered, I think I charged like £8 an hour, something like that, which was all right actually for when I was 14. And I got into kind of doing people's gardens. So I got into lawn mowing, doing jet washing, fence painting, all de-weeding as well. I did quite a lot of de-weeding. I actually continued that for like till I was 18 actually.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I did for ages. I used to do it on weekends, and then I used to do it in school holidays as well. And just whenever I could, I'd just pick it up whenever I could, really.
That's amazing. And you had some people call you again for the same job, like a few times?
Yeah, I was busy for like 4 years straight, because obviously I was only working on weekends and I could do it at a cheaper rate. People kind of liked the fact I was like 14, 15.
That's amazing. What's the meaning of life for you, Harry, when you think about life?
Ooh, the meaning. think it's kind of like connections with other people. I would say it's quite a big one. Like connections with other people and enjoying yourself and kind of like not holding back.
Okay.
That's it. So I wouldn't say there was a direct meaning in terms of like overall like existence, but kind of more of a purpose, I'd say, is kind of enjoying life and doing things that you, if you asked yourself, like if you asked yourself in a year, would you have done that last year? You should probably do it today. So just act on it now, I'd say.
And which person in your life right now you feel more connect with or more close to?
So I'm with my mum at the minute.
Tell me, so far, what has been the most meaningful lesson you've learned from your mom?
She's quite selfless.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'd say. Something that I found hard to struggle with when you're constantly improving yourself, it's like you're always reflecting on yourself. But then when that comes, it almost makes you feel selfish in a way because you are prioritizing yourself. So I'd say that's selflessness, I'd say.
I see. Okay. 2 questions left. Let's do it. Before the next question, of course, running a business, as you mentioned before, there's always, every day, there's always something you need to look at it. There's always something to do. There's always something that's going to be in the back of your mind. My question for you is, do you have some days that you literally can relax, like you can not think about work, or somehow, even though you are off or you find, you consider yourself in a time off, it's still there. You're still thinking, or still something running in your mind, an idea, or sometimes you can literally disconnect it completely?
I can't disconnect at all. That is one thing that I've almost tried to work on. But I just have to. I'm always in it, if that makes sense.
Totally.
Always just try and I've got like a notes app, and I just write whenever there's something on my mind. I actually like to get it out, just so I don't forget it, and it also gets off your mind as well.
And what's something that you do that get you closer to forget a little bit? There's something that you do it, or you enjoy yourself, that somehow you can, of course, it's still there in your back of your mind about your business, but somehow you just can't connect for a few seconds. There's something?
It's getting away from technology, to be honest, because obviously all the stuff that's happening is on my laptop, it's on my phone. So when I can go to a sauna, for example, you put my phone outside, you get like 20, 30 minutes. And that really takes your mind off it, or doing some sort of form of, like some intense exercise. That's a really good thing. It just takes it away. But not having the phone is important, because when I go to the gym, if I'm listening to music and I'm on my phone, well, the thing for me is I time sets in between exercises.
Right.
So I have to kind of have my phone there. So I actually want to get a watch so I'm not on my phone at all during the gym. Because, when a client texts me or one of my colleagues texts me, I'm going to check it. So it's just one of those things.
Okay. Next question is, what's the best advice have you ever given?
Oh, I wouldn't say I've given much advice, actually. Actually, I'd say to one of my friends he was doing a degree apprenticeship. He just wasn't enjoying it at all, and he was asking what I do. So I texted him. I was like, "We'll go do a gym session together." And I was just talking to him about what I do. And I just said to him, I was like, "Look, I'll kind of show you how to do it a bit, talk to you about it. If you do enjoy it," because he wanted to leave this degree apprenticeship. I said to him, I was like, "Don't stay in something that down the line you are really just not going to like, because people get trapped in it." Obviously, I'm not old enough to experience it, but I can see people do get trapped in it, and he just wasn't enjoying it. So I said to him, I was like, "Look, just see how this goes. If it's something you really don't want to do, don't force yourself to do it."
Totally.
So, yeah.
And as you are, a big in the gym, do you work out every day, or do you have some days off? How does work your schedule regarding fitness?
Yeah, so I run an upper lower split. I've experimented with loads, but I do 4 days a week at the minute, actually.
I see.
I do four days a week, like kind of strength / bodybuilder style, kind of heavy weights. And then I'm trying to implement a day of like kind of a mobility day.
Okay.
And then also kind of a sprinting / short intense run day.
I see. Amazing. Next question, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Last question. Okay, but before the last question, people watch this interview right now. Maybe they would like to contact you regarding your business, something about Renovix Pulse. What's something that your business provides that stands out compared with other business?
Yeah, so the main core of it is we run ads on Facebook and Instagram. There's quite a lot of other people trying to do it at the moment. It's becoming a space where lots of people kind of my age, even younger actually, also you've got older people as well who are actually trying to move into it as they're seeing other people succeed in it. I'll just say one thing is, well, I have a business partner and he's been in it for about a year and a half, and he's worked with some massive, I think he spent 4 million actually on ads, not for himself, for his clients, like in terms of the accounts he's managed.
Wow.
So we've actually got quite a lot of experience in the actual running ads bit. And then I'm kind of the back end person. So I do all the CRM, the email nurturing sequences, and kind of all the back end systems that they don't see on the front end for ads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Last question for you is, what is one belief you had to unlearn in order to reach the level you are at today?
One belief I had to learn.
One belief that you had to unlearn.
Oh, unlearn.
In order to reach the level you are at today.
I think it's kind of like a belief of like doubt, and so like kind of doubting yourself in anything, I'd say.
Uh-huh.
So it is kind of having kind of the mindset of not, I wouldn't even call it manifesting. It's more just like having a delusional mindset that things are going to work out. Really, I just always believe that things will work out. And if you do the right things, then they will. Really.
Do you consider yourself to be a spiritual person?
I wouldn't actually. I wouldn't say I am. I wouldn't say I'm not. I actually haven't really actively thought about it. I wouldn't put that as like my identity. Like I wouldn't consider that as my identity. Really.
I see. Okay. It's not the end yet. Let's play now the word association game. Okay. I'm going to say some words. Just tell one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking. Okay. Let's start with money.
What, just like a quick one word?
Yeah.
Just quick one word. Money. Power.
Fear.
Scared.
Okay. Family.
Love.
Life.
Precious.
Religion.
Complex.
Love.
Family. Just because it's already in my mind.
Politics.
Noise.
Like that. Friendship.
Important.
Desire.
Dangerous.
That's exactly my thoughts about desire. If someone would say that to me, I always come the word dangerous.
That's the first one I thought
of. One word for regret.
Like scared.
Okay. Success.
Freedom.
Wish.
Want.
Happiness.
Oh, that's the hardest one you said, actually. Content.
One word for Nottingham.
For Nottingham. Oh,
Robin Hood. I'm joking.
no, one word for Nottingham. Oh, say pubs.
Okay. One word for England.
Pubs again.
I knew you'd say that. I knew it.
Yeah, pubs again.
And the last one word for Renovix Pools. The name of your business. One word.
Best.
Of course. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your best friend for a pint in the pub. And I'm going to ask your best friend, define Harry in one positive and one negative word only. What your best friend would say about you.
Positive. Ooh. That's a good one. That's a really good question. I'm going to think about that. Say, what one word do you say?
Yeah, positive and
Okay, focused
Mhm.
as a positive. Negative. I'd go with ego, actually, for the negative. It'd been, yeah.
Okay, let's play now, Harry, and the magic box, and you can ask me a question. Okay, but before you ask me the question, tell me a moment since you opened your business last year in October. Tell me a moment or a situation that for you so far has been the highlight of your journey since you opened your business. Could be anything.
I've got two actually. Actually, no. I'll go. There's the one that stood out was because it was my first initial goal. It's kind of the way when people get into the online space. It's kind of like the first goal is making that first 10K month. So I would say that is my kind of the highlight, making my first 10K month.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, you can ask me a question now.
So I would say, because obviously I'm 19, if you had to go back to your 19-year-old self, what is the one piece of advice and kind of guidance you'd say?
Wow, what a great question. My God. Let me go back to my 19-year-old. Wow. Okay, I'll tell myself, you know what, William, you're going to have time of your life that you're going to feel the greatest. You're going to feel like you are living the best life. At the same time as well, you're going to have some moments you're going to feel the lowest, for different reasons. Both of them, they are necessary. And because you're going to learn something great when you are feeling, happy, and also you're gonna learn something great as well when you're feeling sad. And the most important thing, both of them, they're not gonna be there forever. They're gonna come and go. It's like a roller coaster. You're gonna have sometimes, then you're gonna feel so sad that you think it's gonna be forever like that, because it's our tendency when we are feeling sad. That's it takes time for us to recover, but actually it will pass. Trust me, it will. And the happiness as well. You're not going to be happy forever. There's always moments you're going to feel the happiest, but it's going to stop in a moment. You're going to go back again. So my advice would be enjoy both of them and try to understand why you are having those moments of sadness and happiness, because both of them, they are necessary to build the person you are learning. It's life talking to you. Both, it's about life and talking to you. Just take how it comes, learn a lesson, try to understand why you're feeling that way, and just carry on. And it's not going to be that feeling not going to be there forever. So keep going, and don't let those feelings hold you back. Just keep thinking that it's going to pass, and you're going to learn something out of it. Yeah, that would be my advice for my 19-year-old self, for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%, really nice. Yeah.
Did you enjoy the interview, Harry?
Yeah, no, it was fun. Yeah.
Thanks again for
Yeah.
taking the time for the interview. I know you're a busy man, and I love to have passionate people here on the show. Great to see such a young man and have this mindset, to business and to get something, in life. And it's amazing. I love that. I love to see passionate people here on the show.
Yeah,
Before
thank you very much.
before you go, if you can share a positive message or anything that you live by.
Positive message. Don't care what other people think, as they don't really see life from your perspective. I'd say that's one thing.
Great point. Regards to your friends, your family, and keep in touch. It was a pleasure to have you on the show. Okay, have a good night.
No worries. Thank you very much. Thank you, Evan.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye-bye. See you next time.